Hello, welcome back to Ask a Violet Guide. This week, a carer in our community has asked us about the following scenario. The carer says, "My wife has just received a terminal diagnosis. I want to be the best possible carer I can be, but I have no idea where to start or what to do now." This will be a scenario familiar to many people in our community. Walking away from a doctor's surgery, reeling from the news that there is something so seriously wrong which cannot be cured by any other treatments, and that the person we're caring for is in the last stage of life. This is it. Time stands still. It can be hard to breathe, it's confusing and really frightening. There are a number of important issues in this question. The first is about becoming a carer. The second is about wanting to be the best possible carer. And the last is about the role of a carer, knowing where to start and what to do. So, where do you start as a carer? This is a time for conversation. We can't care for someone appropriately unless we really understand what's important to them. Following a terminal diagnosis, it's necessary to firstly understand the situation that you and the person you're caring for are in. What is their understanding of what the future holds, or what's happening right now? What is important to the person? How do they want to spend the rest of their time? What are their hopes and their goals? What are they worried about? Most people find it extremely difficult to have these conversations, or even to know how to start the conversation. But it is a time for taking a deep breath and for much courage and honesty, and meeting difficult topics head on. A good way to start might be to ask the person what their understanding is, or to just acknowledge that it's really difficult to talk about and you're not quite sure what to say. It's important to understand boundaries and to be respectful of the person for whom you are caring. What is it okay to do as a carer, and what is it not okay to do? What is the person happy to delegate to you, and what things would they rather keep control of? Understanding who is in the person's circle of support and how they can help is important. Sometimes there are several people sharing the carer role, but usually there's one person who takes primary responsibility. Asking for help and letting people in is important, as you'll need a break and some time to tend to your own self-care. Caring can mean actually providing care for the person in the last stages of life, attending to their physical, emotional, social and safety needs, as well as coordinating appointments, visitors, transport, providing meals and so on. Another important aspect of caring is helping the person to review and validate their life, looking back on their life and supporting them to hopefully come to the conclusion that their life was worthwhile and that they are indeed well loved. Ira Byock, a palliative care specialist, suggests that this is a time for saying 4 important things. These are: please forgive me, I forgive you, thank you, and I love you. So my advice is, find the information that you need by asking questions of those who can help you: your GP, community nurse, palliative care team members, and friends and family. Keep asking questions until you have the information you need and you're sure that you understand exactly what is being proposed and what's happening. Find out who can help you and how they can help you, and prepare for what's ahead. Look at the Violet website and get support from a Violet guide. Remember that at the end of the day, and when the end of a person's life is in sight and all else falls away, to be privy to the innermost thoughts and desires of the person you are caring for, and to know what is most important to them, is an opportunity for great intimacy and love. To walk away after a person has died and be able to say, I was able to talk about this. I knew what that person wanted. I knew what was most important to them. I did my best to help them to meet the goals they identified. And I helped them to feel validated and loved. Well, you couldn't ask for a better gift than that. But there is a downside. Please remember, though, that caring can be lonely, tiring, and at times overwhelming. Carers tell us that they sometimes feel judged by others, so it's really important to look after yourself, ask others for help, and allow yourself some time to look after your own needs. That's it for this week. I look forward to next week's question, and I'll see you then. Bye.